Ever since the Galaxy Watch 4 came out, I've had the new Galaxy Watch every single year. But this year I was hesitant. Are these so-called upgrades worth this design change that they've made, this not traditional design that they've went with? Basically, should I keep my Watch 7 or go with the Squircle? This square circle design. See, I'm more of a traditional circle, round watch type of guy, so when I saw this, I did not really like it. But it did make me wonder, is there a substantial difference between the two watches that will make me live with this design? See, this weird design change isn't for no reason. Samsung went with it to make the watch thinner while also fitting in a bigger battery and sitting more comfortably on your wrist. But forget about all that logical stuff. I was still on the fence about this. Until I put it on. Let me tell you, the Watch 8 felt so much better than the Watch 7. It sat closer to my wrist, it felt lighter, and honestly sometimes I forgot I was even wearing it. Because of that comfort alone, I forgot about the whole Squircle. I didn't even care about how it looked. It just felt so much nicer on my wrist. Day to day, that's what really matters. But turns out, it actually did grow on me. I like the way the light reflected on the shiny metal, and I just came to like it overall. So win-win in both situations. It felt better and it also grew on me. Now, as for the build quality on the Watch 8 and 7, they both have aluminum frames with IP68 water and dust resistance. So pretty much the same over there. Now, one thing I still prefer from the previous Watch 7 is the strap system. Now, with this watch, they've changed the strap design on how you actually put it on. So you have to actually press this, and there's like a little notch in this strap, and you have to push it in when you want to install it. And it's finicky because it doesn't always push in. That one did, but with the other one, it just doesn't always work, and it's finicky, and I don't really like it. But when it's on, and it's not a problem unless you're me, because okay, there, it's finally on. But the thing is, when it's on, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But the thing is, it doesn't sit flat. And when you're like me and you use a wireless charger to charge your watch, it doesn't sit on it. It doesn't sit flat. So what do I have to do? I have to take these straps off every time I need to charge it, put this thing on the charger, and then it will charge. It kind of reminds me of the Watch 5 Pro, because I had the same issue and I didn't like it, but that's something a little nitpicky, but matters to me. Especially when we compare it to its previous generation, the Watch 7, because this one has flat straps. And the system on this isn't the most intuitive, because it's got those two pegs that you see on basically all watches, but it's a lot easier than the other one, for me anyway. It only takes like 2 tries. Hold on. There we go. It takes 2 tries and then it's on. I mean, you can probably just get replacement straps for the Watch 8 that don't have this little curve on it so that it actually sits flat. But that's the nitpick for now. But again, for most people that use the wireless puck that comes with your watch, this won't be an issue at all. Since I don't, it is, but also I will repeat that this might just be a skill issue again with me. So overall, I wouldn't say this is a deal breaker, but just something to consider. Now, in terms of displays, one plus point I do have for the Watch 8 is the slightly larger display and brighter compared to the Watch 7. It has 3000 nits versus 7's 2000. But both also have sapphire crystal glass on them, so in terms of scratch resistance, I think more or less they'll be the same. Alright, now listen to this. If I'm not wrong, the Watch 8 has the exact same Exynos chips, storage, RAM, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS systems as the Watch 7. Basically unchanged internals, and just hearing that, you would think that they would have the same performance. And yes, they pretty much do, except for some reason, the Watch 8 with One UI 8 runs a bit more fluid. So that means less random stutters while going through the UI, and everything just feels a little bit more polished. But I am curious to see if that gets translated to the Watch 7 when it gets updated to One UI 8, or if they just made an optimization for the Watch 8. Regardless of that, right now the Watch 8 has a slight edge with that. Alright, so what about battery life? One of the most important things about a smartwatch. Well, on the Watch 8, we are getting a bigger battery at 325 mAh versus 300 on the Watch 7. This is for the 40mm size for my small wrist, by the way. But in practice, while using both the watches, I didn't really notice a big difference at all. They both lasted around a day and a half, sometimes more. This is with always on display off, because with it on, you'll get a lot less, but like I said, didn't really notice a huge difference between the two. Now, as for the two watches as health or fitness trackers, they're pretty much the same. On both watches, you still get the core functionality of steps, heart rate tracking, workout tracking, sleep apnea detection, ECG, and blood pressure. Yes, you still get all of those. So basically, neither of them is a bad option. But of course, on the Watch 8, you will get a couple new features like antioxidant detection, vascular load, and a running coach. So if you are interested in tracking those, you have to get the Watch 8, not the Watch 7. So yes, technically the Watch 8 is a step up and it is better in the health and fitness department compared to the previous Watch 7. But going back to all of those core functionalities that I was talking about earlier, that's gonna apply to most people. So what I'm saying is, for most people, you'll be fine with any of them, even if it's the Watch 7. All right, let's talk pricing, the real decision maker. The Galaxy Watch 7 starts at 409 Canadian dollars and the Watch 8 is 499. So for the price difference with the Watch 8, you're getting a more comfortable design, a bigger and brighter display, a little bit more battery, and more health features. Now, we started this video wondering if the improvements were substantial and if I could live with the design. Well, I quickly got over the design and it grew on me. And to be honest, it is a good improvement, and for $90 extra, it could be worth it for some people. Especially with how much of a comfort upgrade it is from the Watch 7, it just feels so much nicer on your wrist. You could also wait for it to go on sale so you're not spending $90 extra compared to the Watch 7, and it'll be a little bit closer to that other price. But of course, if you're not worried about the price and you can see yourself getting used to the look of the watch, then I think you'll be really happy with it. Or of course, if you don't see yourself going with that squircle design and you want a more traditional round looking smartwatch, then the Watch 7 is honestly a really good option still. It's cheaper and it basically has all of the core functionality that the Watch 8 has. But essentially, to summarize, the Watch 8 is the one to go with. It is better and it is the one that's comfier. That's the main thing for me. But if you don't want that squircle design and you want to save money, then you can go with the Watch 7 because it has most of what the Watch 8 has anyways. And that's basically my take on the two watches. Let me know what you think in the comments below and I'll see you guys later. Peace.